Hi, this is Stephanie Steidel, business success coach and founder of the Right Brain Entrepreneur. And today I wanted to give you some of my time management ninja tricks. I find in my work that this is one of the biggest barriers for entrepreneurs or anyone starting or building a business is how do I most manage my time and get more done in as little time as possible. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that are really important, my 3 tricks for better time management. The very first thing is to schedule. So schedule all your to-dos. And if we just have a to-do list, it can be really overwhelming. So you want to take it in bite-sized pieces and do only a few tasks a day, but you actually want to schedule them into your calendar and really set boundaries around that so that you're only doing that task during that time. You might need to turn off your phone or go into a separate room, but by scheduling it into your calendar, it will actually get done versus trying to just depend on your memory or your general to-do list. So I find that you're going to be way more effective if you actually schedule it into your calendar with alerts. So try that if you're not doing that already. So the second thing is to prioritize. So often people will come to me and say, well, I've got all these things that are equally important and I don't know how to juggle them. But when we start to take a really deep dive, we notice that there's what I would call an inauthenticity, where we're not really being truthful with ourselves about what really is important to us and what's not. So we'll say that, working on my website's really important, when really what's more important is making that phone call to someone that could possibly refer business to you. Or what's really important is spending those 2 hours with your kid doing a really fun activity. So it's really important to get clear on what your priorities are and then set boundaries. So as I mentioned before, scheduling is really important and you want to set boundaries around the things that really are a priority for you. And so what happens is I can see people, they get really distracted and bombarded by things coming at them. So they say that this hour is for that time that they scheduled, but then they'll take a phone call or they'll reply to an email during that time. So it's important to remove all distractions and to really start training your community to know that there are certain times that are dedicated to certain activities and that your request is not to be bothered unless it really is important. Often we're afraid that if we set these boundaries, it's going to upset people, but in fact, it's actually going to help you and best serve other people by creating a sense of respect for your time. And also, it's training you to not constantly be putting out fires, because often the things that we think are truly urgent really aren't. They can wait until tomorrow. So it's really important to prioritize what really needs to get done today, what's really important to me, and what's kind of like on my B list. The third thing is outsourcing. So as entrepreneurs, we're really independent. We have a little bit of a don't tell me what to do streak. And so as a result, we take on a lot on our own and we try to do everything. It also could be a little bit of a control freak going on, like where I need to control everything. But this is really a disservice not only to you, but to other people, because you're not really present and you're not really giving your best self to those tasks because you're spread really thin. So if you're starting or growing a business, here's what you need to do. You need to focus on income generating activities first. What's a possible income generating activity? It's a phone call to someone that could refer business to you. It's an actual consultation call with a potential client. It's creating a content piece, a blog or a training video that has a call to action to a product or service that you're selling. Something that's going to directly create income for you always needs to be a priority, and other things need to be outsourced. If you want to think about the value of your time or the value it is to spend an hour with someone that could become a large package client, or the value of your actual consultation rate, I want you to put a monetary value to your time. And consider that if you're doing a task that's not generating income, you're essentially losing out on money. So, an hour that you could be grocery shopping, even though, yes, you could do that on your own, that's an hour where you could be really generating some massive income for your business. So it makes sense to spend $20 to have someone else do your grocery shopping. Or if you're really frustrated around tech stuff and that you find that it takes you 5 hours to do one web page, it makes sense to spend the $100 to have someone else who could finish that in an hour and you have 5 hours now available to you that you can use towards generating income in your business. So you always need to look at your business from an ROI perspective instead of what I would call scarcity mindset, where we think, well, oh, I'm losing out on money and why would I spend money on things that I can do myself? Well, essentially you're really wasting money because you're not using your time effectively and you're not doing those income generating activities that are really important. So those are my 3 time management tricks. The first one is schedule, second one is prioritize, and the third one is outsource. And if you feel like you need more support around time management or in really creating those actions and fulfilling on those actions, feel free to click below and learn how I can serve you more and give you some more resources to help you build a successful business that you love.